All right. There you are.
Hello.
All right. It's working again. Wait, are you frozen? Uh-oh. You appear to be.
Hello.
Uh-oh, it's super choppy.
Was that?
I'm only getting a little bit of sound from you. Hmm. This isn't good. Oh, wait, now you have a normal video. Say something.
Cool.
Okay, yeah,
Hello.
I think we're good.
Sorry. I was Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, did you change something?
Pardon?
Did
Can
you
you hear
change
me
something?
okay?
Yeah, everything's good now. What did you do something?
I think good. I think I was trying to find this link and I wanted to now it's trying to reconnect again. Hello?
Yeah. You were frozen there for a little bit, and now you're moving again. I don't know.
Okay.
Is it your
Because it does
connection or
show
my
up
connection?
saying having problems connecting.
Oh,
I think
okay.
it's me. I don't think it's you. I think it's my internet connection. So we'll see.
Okay.
We have a half an hour just to see whether or not this is going to go. And if it looks like it's going to conk out too much, maybe I can, I don't know, reboot.
All right. Well, as a last resort, if it just doesn't work, I can always do solo. So, hello. Hmm. This isn't good. It was working a
I'm
lot better
back.
before. All right. Yay.
It was working better before. So we'll see how things go. I hope it's not a router
Okay.
thing. You know, oh, let me check to see. Maybe they're still streaming on here. Let me, because they were watching Call the Midwife. So let me check to make sure everything phones and things
Okay.
like that. Hold on. And let me also make sure that they're not like streaming anime. I'll check that as well.
By the way, David Spire just chimed in and said that I'm coming in fine and you're not. So it sounds like it's all on your side, if you can hear me.
Okay.
This seems
Yeah,
promising.
so my family's not too happy. I stopped them from watching Call the Midwife. They were streaming as well. And we probably can't have too many things streaming all at the same time, sadly.
Yeah. Well, you're
So,
super clear now,
uh-oh.
so that seems like it may have done something.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I stopped them streaming.
Let
Oh dear.
me ask David how
Let's see.
you.
There's a lot of people talking, I think. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, I think things are going well. So how are you doing there? Can I? It's Rich, right? It's not Richard, or is it Rich, or do you mind?
I prefer Rich.
Rich sounds
Yeah.
good. And
Richard
Rich Bragg.
Lehman. If you're
And I
angry
think
at me, you can call me Richard.
I can call. Well, I'm not angry right now, so we're all good.
All right.
And just for anybody watching, that you can, although the website will probably be launched probably soon after, not soon, after this presentation. Is that correct, Rich?
That's right. As soon as we're done chatting here and I've revealed all the results, then I will flip the switch on the website so everybody can peruse it. You can see all the details. We'll announce this again after we really start, but just for some teasers for those who are here now.
We will. Yeah, I know. It's great because in the Slack chat, we do have a channel and they're all guessing. Everybody that voted is in there guessing who's in the top, and it's interesting to see. And it's sad for myself because I don't travel as much as those that are in the top 600 plus rooms and go to all the countries in the world. And the cool thing is it's not only US focused. There's a lot of people that are mostly US, but there are also a lot of international people as well. So it's really exciting because we tried to find, and then at the last moment it was great because we got Sarah on, Sarah Dodd and Sharon, and then they went and found other people that are huge ultra enthusiasts as well. I'm calling them ultra enthusiasts. I don't know if anybody likes that name, but I'm a big anime fan, so I'm just
I
going to
love
call
it.
them ultra enthusiasts. Plus ultra.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is looks like it's going well, and it's great that we started it now just to see how if we could stream Call the Midwife and do a live show at the same time, and we can't. So this is information for people out there. If you want to stream and do a Facebook Live presentation at the same time, it's not going to work unless you have a much better streaming service than I, or internet service than I, and I apparently don't. My internet sucks.
Yeah. And look, we have our first in-stream comment. Hi, Ben. How's it going?
Hello, Ben. This is great. I think the only people who are going to be watching this, and that's fine too, are all the people who voted in. It'll be interesting if anybody else sees this. I haven't advertised this. Maybe I will. I'm gonna see if I can put this link for the show inside the Facebook event itself, and maybe
Oh,
I'll
yeah.
tweet it as well. So if
Great
you
idea.
want to keep them entertained while I type, we're gonna be great.
Yeah. Let's see. All right. My computer wants to update, so I'm going to make sure that doesn't happen in the middle of the presentation. That would suck. Don't do that.
Look, I can create a watch party. What the heck's a watch party? All this new stuff.
Oh, Adriano. Yeah, I think I saw you join the Slack fairly recently, which was right after we had concluded voting. So unfortunately, we didn't get in there, but maybe next time.
Oh, hello, Adriano. Yes, I think, yeah, surprisingly, we probably only get about, one person every 2 or 3 days, or every 2 or 3 weeks. We don't get a lot of people joining the Slack, unlike the FB enthusiast group.
Right.
And then we all forget things really quickly because we all go into our separate channels and then just start typing like mad, and then we forget to tell the general channel what's happening because the general channel just gets bombarded with things like what's in there right now. I don't know what's in there right now. I think right now we're talking about, oh right, the whatever that is, the red girl. Anyway, I'm busy trying to I'll multitask. Sorry, I'll let you speak there, Richard.
No,
Rich. I'm
are
sorry.
you angry at me already? uh, yes. Hi, Armor. You may pass judgment all you like. All right.
There we go.
The viewers are coming in. We got 8 now. Um,
The
this will
whole
be a
crowd
second.
of people, more than a crowd.
I know. I have to decide at what number I start getting nervous about talking to people. Right now, it just feels like we're just talking to a group of friends, but you know,
Oh man. Oh, Crumbs, not Crumbs, has Escape This Podcast has just released their latest their latest podcast where Manda and I are guest stars as NPCs. We do little voice acting in it. And so it's like, oh, that's exciting. I didn't notice that. I want to retweet that, but I don't want to retweet too much. I'll just retweet it anyway. And I'll talk about it later. And then I'll figure out how to tweet
if
this
you
Facebook
retweet
Live
later, you have
thing.
more staying power.
Yeah. Rooms, uh, enthusiasts, choice award presentation happening live. Escape rooms. Ugh, that's a horrible. Did that work? Hopefully that link works. People will tell me if this Twitter link doesn't work. Oh well. Mm,
I feel like we should have little envelopes to open every time you read the next winner. I have to
oh,
sit
I
up
should
higher
bring
now.
that site up, shouldn't I?
Huh?
Uh-oh. Here we are. I'm just going to bring up the, I should bring up the site if I'm preparing to read from it. I guess I should.
Yeah.
There we go. We could talk about, how long it took us to finish the logos. It was like, actually, it wasn't that bad. It was fine.
Yeah.
Poor Rich was looking, really, you're just going to take that and that's what you're doing to it? And I'm going, yeah, isn't that okay for a logo?
No, it was good. You bore with a lot of nitpicking and were kept a smile on your
Oh,
face.
no. I like nitpicking. I am, because I want it to be good too, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want it to all of a sudden take a look, a year later. Let's change this. I don't want us to be happy with it now. Now we may change it a year later because we aren't happy with it, but I am quite happy to try to get it as good as we possibly can. Look at that! Look at that! We're down to 8. Weren't we up at 10, and everybody just got tired of us and then went back down to 8?
I don't know.
Good grief. Wait till we start the show. We don't now sadly without Facebook Live, usually when we were on Google Hangouts or Google Live or YouTube, whatever that used to be called. I forget live chat back in the day, we would have slates, we would have bottom thirds to show our names, we could put in music, we would be able to show pictures. And we're not doing any of that for this awards ceremony. It's just going to be Rich and I just talking. So but we thought we left this till we weren't going to do this, and then poor Rich is working really hard trying to get all the website, trying to get the website done, and then I say, hey, Rich, let's just do a Facebook Live presentation tonight. And he said, okay.
This
Poor guy.
is fun. I'm excited about this. I think, yeah.
And everybody's going to get upset at us because we are doing everything in portrait and not landscape. We were having problems. I was having many problems that it worked in portrait mode, so I'm not changing it. Sorry, because I know that it should be landscape, but there was all sorts of nastiness happening.
If people are watching on their phones, then landscape's probably fine. I mean, sorry, portrait's probably fine.
That's true. That is true. Yes. We should ask people what their guesses are.
Yeah. What are your guesses, everyone?
I can't tell you my guess because I already know. So I don't know if anybody has guesses. I think people were really confused and weren't too sure what the top escape room companies were. And that's probably harder to guess.
Right.
And
well, it's harder to vote for too. For the same reason.
Yeah.
All right. Jeff is putting in a vote.
So we have a lot of
Strange Bird.
We have Jeff Carter's voting for Cutthroat Cavern. Omer Aru, hopefully I'm pronouncing that name correctly, is voting for Strange Bird. And if anybody wants, we're also keeping tabs of the Slack chat, the Top Rooms project as well. So you can talk in there. But I mean, we can see that. The great thing is, the nice thing here is we can see the chats that are coming in right now. So that's super exciting. And I think even in the video, I could be wrong, but I think the video, the state of Louisiana, that's a facility room. People will be able to read these chats also, I think.
Ken said he was going to sleep, but he's still awake.
Now, the sad thing is the majority of the companies, and the rooms, I'm not as well traveled, but Rich, because he's one of the Guinness Book of World Records guys. So if nobody knows, Rich Bragg is one of the 4 that set the world record for most escape rooms completed in 24 hours. They did 22, and I just had a podcast. The Room Escape Divas had a podcast about it. It was a great podcast. I didn't do as much talking, so that makes it even a better podcast. And there's all sorts of things in there about how to set a world record and just how much work and planning went into it, because it wasn't just let's just do all the escape rooms. There was a lot of involved. Anyway, so Rich is an important guy. I'm not. So he will do most of the talking on his opinions and his thoughts of the escape room as well. And I'm going to get all of this out now, because when the actual award ceremony starts, I don't want to let it go on forever with me just talking about nothing, which I tend to do, as most of you know. It'll mostly Rich talking, and that's what people want. They want to hear you, Rich. No. They're probably upset that they don't get your beard though. Yeah. I only saw you after beard. That makes me upset, because I know there used to be a beard there, but now there's none.
Yeah, it'll come back. Maybe next year I'll have the big beard for this, and we'll see.
Now I'm gonna close my door because I think my family is rebelling because I stopped them from watching Call the Midwife, and they might decide, well, let's make as much noise as we can then, because they're bitter people.
I'm glad we have Errol.
Also, if I thought about this, sorry?
Go ahead.
Oh, no. If we thought about this, I probably could have had a better background, to now. But here I even have really bad lighting. I've just got this overhead lighting, but that's okay. Our main priority was getting all of this working, because it took us half an hour to get Facebook Live working, if not longer. Yeah. So I hope it doesn't cut out. Maybe I should plug my phone in. Oh well. And no, I am not going to sing a song. Harold, Rich will do most of the talking. I wonder what Ken Ferguson said to that. He probably doesn't believe it whatsoever. Let's see.
Yeah, we should have had a song for this.
Yeah, we were barely able to
Oh,
get the Facebook Live thing working. So, okay.
two worst
Oh
rooms.
wow, the
Be fun.
worst rooms. That would be. I already know who won, and I don't, and it's no longer around. And I think that would be the sad thing, is that a lot of the worst rooms probably go bankrupt, and so they're not around anymore. And but I could be wrong. There might be a worse room out there. I remember somebody came to Toronto, and that's where I'm from. We probably should eventually, when it starts, we'll do a little introduction so people know where we're from. Rich, just in case nobody knows who I am.
Sure.
But everybody knows Rich Bragg. He's a Clue Keeper guy. If anybody knows what Clue Keeper is, it's an app that you can use. I'm the wrong person to tell you what Clue Keeper is. You can
Thanks,
tell.
Rudy.
Go ahead. Oh, and then
Oh,
anyway, my
Rudy likes my shirt. Thanks. Yeah, ClueKeeper is an app that you can use to you can build and run treasure hunts, puzzle hunts, things like that are location based out in the world. They can be online, and basically you build a hunt on the website, and then you can play the hunt on your phone. And there's all sorts of different companies that use it. It's used in Dash, which is an international hunt. Some escape rooms use it for some hunts that they run that are sort of based around the neighborhoods where they exist. And some of our nominees even have some. So I might mention them later.
we're gonna mention an end when we do our sponsors. You can be our sponsor. We're not. I mean, it's hard. Yeah. And Room Escape Divas can be a sponsor too. We'll both be sponsors.
Sounds good. All right, 2 minutes to kick off.
Okay. We're going to start in 2 minutes. Look at that.
All right.
I think I got everything ready. Maybe I should turn off my Facebook so it doesn't go break on me. And we are ready to go.
Yeah. Clutivity, Jonathan Driscoll's asking about Clutivity. Yeah, I know Clutivity. I've played one of their hunts. It has some similarities. They have they run things on like tablets, I believe, and they have some clues and stuff that you can do in different places. Yeah, I'd say the Clue Keeper is a lot more sort of do-it-yourself style, and I think that Clutivity might have more sort of like plug in some pre-made activities and clues. But they are a similar target audience, I'd say. We can talk more about
Sorry, Randy. The anticipation is killing you. I know. And it's almost 10 o'clock. So I guess I can start us off, if that's okay, Richard. Unless you want to start us off, you can also start us off.
No, you can start.
It might take us a while just to, we can start talking off. It's almost 10. I see Brendan has joined us. We have about 16 people in here. This is great. I kind of thought maybe we would only get about, oh, is this posted in enthusiast group? No, I should have done that. You know, I will quickly do that, even though we have 1 more minute left. Haha. Maybe I'll just bump the post where the event was happening so it doesn't look like I am posting too much within the Facebook enthusiast group. Wow, where's the Facebook enthusiast group? Where are all the icons broken? Okay, and then after I post it, then we will get started as soon as I can find. Wow, this post is really low. And it's starting now. Huzzah.
All right.
I talk while I type. Okay. And it's 10 o'clock. Here we go. Welcome, everyone, to the Top Escape Rooms Project Enthusiast Choice Awards. This is really exciting because this is the first time we are doing this. It's 2018. My name is Errol Elmer. You may know me from Room Escape Divas and other useless things. And then we also have Rich Bragg.
Hey, everybody. I'm Rich Bragg. I like puzzle hunts and escape rooms and all sorts of stuff like this. And I'm excited to present this project here to everyone.
Rich Bragg is the main driver of this. I am only here as his Robin to his Batman because I just get excited about this. And when he first told me that we should do this, in fact, it wasn't just he told us, we were all discussing this in the Slack. It'd be really cool if we could get all the enthusiasts, all the ultra enthusiasts who have done many rooms, hundreds, some people have done 1,000, to vote on what they think the best escape room is in the world. And so it required not just people who are in the US, but we tried to go as international as possible, tried to get as many people as we possibly could. And in the end, I don't know how many people did we get together?
So in the end, we had 70 enthusiasts contributed to this project, and the 70 people we had averaged over 300 rooms played per person. That's averaged, so that's a lot of numbers there. And I think, I'll say a little bit about sort of the motivation for this project was that we wanted to, or I had seen, and we talked about, there are various polls out there that try to identify the top companies and top rooms and stuff. And I always have found that I've been a little bit disappointed in how those end up working, because almost all of them are based on internet polls, and the companies that are involved have to like get the word out and send mail to their followers and stuff like that. And to me, it feels a lot like a popularity contest that's driven by marketing, and not as much what I'm always disappointed in the actual results, because it seems clear like, oh well, they won because they have more people that have played, or they have a bigger reach. And I felt like there's all these other factors. Now some of those I've seen improvements in them because the nomination processes have gotten better, but still it left a little something. And I wanted to see if it was possible to take the people that we have in the Slack and all the connections that these ultra enthusiasts, as Errol mentions, we have access to all these people, and I think that we could do a much better job in terms of identifying the top rooms and the top companies by harnessing all this experience. So that was kind of the driving force. And then I talked with a bunch of people as sort of like, what's the best way to what's the best way to design something that would actually have the property that we could come up with a list that we'd be pretty happy with. And I guess, should I just go into sort of the methodology at this point, or what do you think, Errol?
Yes. So the great thing is that Rich Bragg, instead of making a popularity contest, which is, nothing wrong with that other than the fact you might not get good results, is that he applied lots of math. That's what it was. In fact, he has detailed on the website, once you get to the website, and that will be released after this live video, we will actually release the website and upload all the results. But we have a methodology section, and it goes on for like pages. Okay, maybe not pages. No, it goes on for pages. I'm still scrolling while I'm talking. And we have a phase 1, there's a phase 2, and then Richard applies math. And then we have spreadsheets that has all these numbers with more math. And so it's great. So they not messed around. They tried to finesse the math as much as possible to get as accurate results as we could. And so, by all means, please, Rich, please tell us the methodology, but not too detailed, because it's hard. It looked really hard.
Yeah. So I'll give, I think, enough detail here so that people can kind of get a sense for why we did it this way. So basically, we broke it into 2 phases. The first phase was a nomination phase, and the idea there was that we didn't want to have everybody coming in and ranking every room they've ever played and having to deal with all that, because that would be, first of all, it's hard to get people to rank rooms, and second of all, like, it's just overwhelming to do something like that. So the thinking was, if we could first start with the nomination phase, where every person that was going to contribute could identify the 10 companies and the 20 rooms that they felt were the best they'd played and were in the running for best in the world, then we could come up with a really good list that only included rooms that were good enough to sort of make the first cut. The idea there is that if any room had, I'll talk about rooms for the most part, but we did the same with companies. So if the idea is if any room was only nominated by one person after we had 70 or actually at the time, I think we only had 50 people in phase one. If any room was only nominated once, then either not enough people had played it that we could give it a good ranking in the end, or it just wasn't going to be high enough on the list for it to be considered a winner anyways. And so this basically gives us an approach that allows you to think that most likely any of the top rooms that have been played by enough people for it to be fairly ranked, we're going to have in this list. And so when we did that, we got, I believe there were, I think 49 or 50 people did phase one, and we got 250 different rooms approximately were nominated by at least one person, and just over 100 were nominated by 2 or more people. So those 100 moved on to phase two in the rooms. In the company category, we had, I think, a little bit over 100 different companies that were nominated, 114, and then there were 50, just over 50 that made it onto the phase two. So at the end of phase one, basically what we had was 100 companies and 50 rooms, and then those went into the next phase. And so in the next phase, each person that was participating would go in, and they would rank in order the number of rooms that they played of the ones that had made it that far. And they had to, you know, it was tough because it's not easy to rank a lot of rooms, and sometimes rooms are tightly packed, and you know, a lot of people express frustration with that. But we got to the point where we had 70 different people rank all the rooms and companies, and then basically it went into the analysis phase. So I take all these rankings, and let's see, what's the best way to explain this? So the key is that when somebody does, huh? Yes, I'll explain it quickly. Okay, so if you think of your stack rank that a single person creates, that actually has a bunch of pairwise comparisons that are implied from that stack rank. So like whatever room you list number one, you can think of it as beating. Sorry, I'm getting comments on this as I go. So you can think of that as beating. Whatever room you rank number one, it would beat room number two, and if it were head to head with room number three, it would beat that, and then room two would beat room three, and so on. You have all these different comparisons, and so taking this data, I can then go and take all the stack ranks from all the people, and I can look at I can look at any pair of rooms, and that pair of rooms is going to have comparisons by any people that have played both of those rooms, and then where they put it on the stack rank. And so then you can sort of see, you know, 6 out of 9 people or something may have voted for this room over this room, and so on. Then you basically have this big matrix that has all that. I did a little bit of a calculation to account for some uncertainty in the fact that when, you know, if only 2 people had compared a certain room, then that had a little bit less confidence than if 10 people played the same pair of rooms, and so on. So there's a little bit of a factor there, but altogether, you put these into a matrix and you do some linear algebra on it, and it comes out with a very nice solution. So yeah, I'm not going to go into any more detail because I think everyone's fallen asleep. So I think.
Oh no, that was great. It was math, just like I said, all sorts of math.
Yeah. And if you want to know more about the details, you can read the methodology section, which has a little bit more detail than what I've gone into. But basically, I used an approach that was essentially used for ranking college football teams, and I made some tweaks to make it more appropriate for our case. But I think it turned out really well, and I think if I look at the data and I look at the comparisons and I see where the rooms rank, it really passes the sniff test that this is the ranking that we would expect given the way people voted. So I'm very comfortable with presenting these results as the results given by the people that voted. So that's that.
It was probably really hard to explain all that, Rich, while everybody's commenting at the same time. Is it like doing a puzzle and everybody's saying, hey, what are you doing? Hey. So without
Yeah.
further ado, I think we should start.
What's that? Say it again.
I think we should start.
Let's do it.
Let's
All right,
do it.
so
We're going to start with
companies from the bottom. Uh-oh. Is Errol frozen?
companies from the bottom. No, I don't think I'm frozen. Am I frozen?
Oh, you're good. You're good.
Okay, sounds good. Let's start with the top 10 companies as voted by all these enthusiasts. Starting at number 10. Ooh, it's exciting. Of top 10 companies, the 10th facility that is amongst the best in the world is from Seattle, Washington, U.S., Locurio. Did I pronounce that correctly? Locurio?
Yes. So Locurio is one of my favorite companies. They have a couple rooms there, both of which made it to phase 2 of the project, the Vanishing Act and the Storykeeper. They have some really immersive rooms that are particularly noteworthy for their hint systems that are really integrated well, and everything in the room was really in there to make sense. They also have a Clue Keeper hunt, and they have a large scale event that you can book. And this is just a great company. I'm super happy that they're on the list. And that's our number 10, is Locurio in Seattle.
Number 9, and I really like their logo. They have a very pretty logo, is number 9 for top 10 escape room facilities, companies. It's Escape My Room in New Orleans, Louisiana, USA.
That's right. So yeah, this happens to be another of the rooms that I have played all their rooms at. Turns out 6 out of 10 of the companies I am very familiar with because I have played there. This is one of them. They had one of the phase 2 finalists, and they had 2 other rooms that were nominees that only had a single vote, but even a single vote in this is quite noteworthy given the people nominating. And they have an awesome facility that's with one of the greatest lobbies I've been to, and it's all their rooms are tied in to one another in the same sort of theme, and it very, very cohesive venue. So yeah, if you're in New Orleans, check them out. Escape My Room is number 9.
At number 8, hopefully I'm going to pronounce this correctly because it's in Spain, Mataro and Madrid. There are a number of locations, but these 2 locations, it's Cubic and Mataro and in Madrid in Spain.
Yes, so I don't personally know a lot about Cubic, but I can say that they had 2 rooms that were phase 2 finalists in this project. And they also have another experience that seems a little bit I'm not sure. It's experimental is the word I was looking for. But anyways, they were ranked very high from those who played them, and we're happy to have the first of the European contingent in the top 10 is number 8 is Cubic.
At number 7, from the Netherlands, in Amsterdam, we have Sherlock at number 7.
That's right. So Sherlock is not a room that I have played, or not a company that I've played, but I know that I've been hearing about them for quite some time, and I'm very excited to try them at some point. They have only 2 rooms there, but both of their rooms were nominated and made it through to the phase 2 finals, and with 2 solid rooms and a lot of voters that really like them, they made it to number 7. So congratulations to Sherlock.
And I think Manpans has done their room. Lots of people have done the room except us. So, oh well. And also for anybody that is watching, when the website is released, we will have links to all of these companies as well as to the rooms itself. So do not worry, you will not miss out in case you can't understand my Canadian accent.
Yeah.
Especially when we come to the room company number 6. Whew, I don't think I can pronounce this, so forgive me, because this too is also from the Netherlands, from Delft and Zoetermeer. Oh dear, it's Escape Challenge coming at number 6 in the Netherlands.
Yes. Another room that I can't add a lot of detail on, other than the fact that they have 4 rooms there. The Honeymoon Hotel, which was one of the Phase 2 finalists. They also have the Dentist, the Freak Show, and the Orphanage. And it is another venue that I'm sure a bunch of people on here, including myself, are ready to check out.
The next one coming at number 5, and this is pretty impressive, and you'll understand why. And it's in the UK in London. You guys might be able to guess what it is. It's Time Run coming in at number 5.
Yes, Time Run. Time Run, man. So they had 2 rooms in the Phase 2 finals, the Lance of Longinus and the Celestial Chain. The interesting part about them is that both of these rooms are now closed. They are now working with, they're now working with the BBC show Sherlock to present a new game that's coming soon that should be a really amazing game to play. So I know we're all looking forward to that, and I can speak from personal experience that both their Lance of Longinus and the Celestial Chain were 2 of my all-time favorite games, and I'm really happy to see that Time Run has done so well, even though they don't have any games open right now.
So that's pretty impressive. Even though they have no games, they still made it as the 5th best company for 2018. Now we're getting close to the top right. Sorry?
1 second. I just want to say too, the next 3 companies that are going to show up were extremely tight in the standings, and so much so that that the order of the next 3 kind of moved around a lot as the last votes came in. So one more person voted may have swung these 3. They're all awesome, but I would say 2, 3, and 4 are all so close that they could have come in any order. So with that, go ahead.
Remember for next year, So remember for next year, if you are voting, every vote counts. These things swing really easily. So these next 3 almost probably could be, the top 2, whatever. So we're going to start at number 4, and it's really close. And it's Baton Rouge, Louisiana, 13th Gate Escape, number 4.
That's right. So 13th Gate Escape is a venue that I've played at, and they're absolutely amazing. They have breathtaking scenery, some of the best sets I've ever seen. It's been said that they're Disney quality, which I would agree with. And they had 3 rooms that made it to Phase 2. Cutthroat Cavern, Agent 13, and Tomb of Anubis were all finalists in the project. They had 2 other rooms, Death Row and the Collector, and they've got another room, the Asylum, coming soon. So, I told some friends that were visiting New Orleans recently that were not really big into escape rooms that if they didn't drive to Baton Rouge to play 13th Gate, then they would regret it the rest of their lives. And they did it very skeptically and came back and said, "You're right." So, can't say enough good stuff about 13th Gate.
It's great. I like Randy's comment. It's first place or go home. No. I would even say to any enthusiast watching that all these companies are amazing. Not that I know from personal experience, but I would be very excited to visit almost any one of these in the top 10. And one day I will. So let's go to number 3. We're in the top 3 now for best escape room company in the world. And this one is from Germany, Berlin, The Room, not the video game. They are called The Room.
Yes, The Room. So unfortunately, I haven't played The Room, so I can't speak firsthand about how they work. But I can say that they have 4 rooms, and all 4 of their rooms were nominated by at least one person in the project. The Lost Treasure of Alexander Humboldt got the most nominations and advanced to phase 2. But their other rooms, Brandon Darkmoor, Go West, and The Beast of Berlin, were all nominated by at least one person. So, or by exactly one person. So they did not make it to the next round. Anyways, this is a place that I would love to try someday, and I'm sure lots of others would too.
And now we're on to number 2. Which one will it be? I don't know if anybody was able to guess these top companies, but coming at number 2, it's from the US, California, San Francisco, and it's Palace Games.
That's right.
Coming in at number 2.
Yes, Palace Games is one of my is one of my favorite places as well, and it's right here in my backyard in San Francisco. Palace Games has 3 rooms. They have the Roosevelt Escape Room, the Great Houdini Escape Room, and the Edison Escape Room. All 3 of their rooms were Phase 2 finalists, nominated by lots of people, and they're all great in their own right. And they also have a hunt there that's on Cluekeeper. So 2 of the top 10 companies have Cluekeeper hunts. Interesting. The Palace Games is an awesome place in that it's at a historical venue in San Francisco, and the rooms are based on people that were at or affiliated with the I forget what it was called, the Pacific Exposition or something like that. The Houdini room was open first, and then the Roosevelt room and the Edison room. And in my opinion, each time the rooms have been like, one of the best in the world, and each one successively has topped the next. So we will see in the room results how they fared. But Palace Games, if you haven't been there, check it out.
Now here we are at number 1. I'm pretty sure by elimination, people probably know who it is, so I won't make you wait any longer. I just can't pronounce this name. It's Hamburg, Germany. It's Skirillum. Is that how you pronounce it?
That sounds close enough. So I had the honor of actually visiting Skirillum on our recent trip to Hamburg, and they have 2 rooms that were nominated for for phase 2 of the project. They have Ghost Hunter Ernie Hudson and the Wailing Woman, and they have Ghost Hunter Ernie Hudson and the Zoo of Death. They've also got 3 other rooms. The Ghost Hunter rooms in particular are just ridiculously good. I played them both, and they're excellent set design and great puzzles, and just some mind-blowing moments in those rooms. So we'll see later on how they did in the room category, but overall, Skirillum is the number 1 company in the TERPECAs this year. So congratulations to them, and if you're ever in Hamburg, do not leave Hamburg without visiting them.
Woo! Congratulations to the top 10. All those companies, from what I heard, is amazing. So you won't go wrong visiting any one of those top 10 companies. They are superb. So congratulations to all of you. Now we are going to take a little break. No, I'm kidding. We are going straight into doing the escape rooms. So this is it. Top 20 escape rooms of the world. Woohoo! And this is a lot of fun. I had to go and research all these top 10 because I had to put them, top 20 rooms, because I had to put all the details about each one into the website. So it was even just looking at the graphics and the room photos was amazing. So I'm not going to wait any longer. Let's just go on to number 20. So number 20, it has a insane poster, and it's Moscow, Russia, from Quest Art. Insane Paranoid comes in as the 20th top best escape room in the world. It has a cool poster. It's pretty scary looking.
Yeah. So I was lucky enough to get to play this room when we were in Moscow, and um, surprisingly, this is a horror room, and it was a room that we played, and they have different levels that you can play in terms of hard and light and how sort of physical they get with you. Um, and it was just a really mind-blowing experience in that it was very immersive, and in a horror room you wouldn't necessarily expect to get a really meaningful story, and yet in this one you really did. Now the puzzles were very light. They were much more like fetch quests, but it was an unforgettable experience, and I really recommend it for anybody that goes there. My wife was there, and she was worried about the horror element, and so they have an option there where you can sit in the lobby and actually watch the game as it goes on from there. And after watching it, she absolutely loved it too, and just really regretted that she hadn't played and overcome her fears to do it, because she would have loved to have done it. Um, so if you go to Moscow, check this one out.
So somebody was asking if there were any Russian companies. There you go. Quest Start, Moscow, Russia, top 20th. The 20th room is Insane Paranoid. So let's go on to number 19. The 19th room is in Barcelona, Spain. Escape Barcelona, Alien Origin.
That's right. Unfortunately, I can't really speak too much to this one because I don't know much about it, but it was very highly rated by those of our participants that were in that have played rooms in Spain, and there was just enough favor for it to crack the top 20. So this should be high on the list of anybody visiting Barcelona.
And the sad thing about this room was it also had the shortest description above all the rooms. They just have, be part of the crew of the USCSS Escape and travel to the planet Grathas. All the other ones had 3 paragraphs I had to cut down, but no, this one just had 1 sentence. But it looks really cool. Actually, that whole place looked cool. It's awesome. So now we're on to number 18. Number 18. The best escape room in the world, in 18th place in Los Angeles, California. It's Stash House. Stash House, Stash House. They have 1 room there. This is a room I've done. I've done a room in the top 20.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about this one since it's the one you've done?
Or no. You're doing a great job.
All right, cool. So Stash House is a game that both Errol and I have played separately. It's a really cool, immersive drug house driven room in which they've got great puzzles and a great storyline and just a really fun set. I think it's also a 90-minute room, and so yeah, you'll get your money's worth and your time worth there. Definitely check it out.
And they also had a really cool waiver form. If anybody got a chance to read that waiver form, it was really fun. But I don't want to overshadow the room with the waiver form. The room was a lot of fun too. I was very fortunate because I got to do it with David and Lisa and Amanda and Tammy. They were all there, and I had so much fun. So that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to steal Rich's glory. So we're on to number 17. For top escape rooms, top 20, the 17th room is Seattle, Washington, USA at Le Curio, the Story Keeper.
Yes, the Story Keeper. This is a great, enchanting escape room. It's like I mentioned earlier about Le Curio. They have these rooms that are sort of everything makes sense in the set. There is actor interaction. There's awesome puzzles and just a really awesome environment to puzzle in. And if you're in there, you should check it out. And yeah, that's about it.
Coming in at number 16, and I like it when rooms have easy thumbnails for me to use. And this next one had posters for all of their rooms. And there were actually a lot of the rooms in the top 20 had posters for each of the rooms. And they were amazing. So this one is from the Netherlands. Zoe Termeer. I have no idea how to pronounce that place, but it's Escape Challenge, and it's the Honeymoon Hotel coming in at number 16.
That's right. I don't know anything about this one, so I can't really say much, but it's on my list for when we visit the Netherlands.
They have cool posters. All of their posters are awesome. So there must be a good room.
Yeah. And
now, coming in at number 15, I'm sorry that we can't give commentary. I'm sure next year when we do this, we will make sure to have one person that has done the room so that they can give their commentary on it. That sounds like a good plan.
Yeah.
Richard's shaking his head. Rich is shaking his head. I'm sorry. Coming in at number 15 from locked in the UK, locked in Edinburgh, the Secret Lab.
Woo! The Secret Lab. I can't say much about this one either because I haven't played it, but I know that it is very highly regarded by some of our most experienced enthusiasts in Europe. So it is deserving of its spot in the top 20. Zoetermeer. Thank you.
That's what we should have done. Zoetermeer. We should have had our UK people over, but I didn't know how things would work because we just set this off at the last minute because that's how we are. So let's go on to number 14, top escape rooms. Coming in 14th place this is exciting because I was trying to research this place and didn't even know that this country existed. It's from Andorra. I was thinking, what is that? Well, there's a country called Andorra? I'm just so clueless. From Escaldes Engordane, Claustrophobia, the company Claustrophobia, and it's called An Avalanche of Oblivion.
Yes. So I have not played this room, but I do know Claustrophobia because that was the company that we played a bunch of rooms in Moscow with, and I can say that the baseline quality for anything from Claustrophobia is just really, really good. So I can imagine that this Andorra Claustrophobia room, it could be quite amazing. So it was nominated and it made it through with 5 different people were thought highly enough of it to rank it high enough to make the top 20. So this is a room that we should check out next time you're in Andorra.
Andorra, if nobody knows, it's actually squeezed in between France and Spain. So just in between, there's this small little micro nation called Andorra. Everybody else probably knows that except me. I thought I was searching for it, and I'm going, well, what country is this then? Is this anyway, it doesn't matter. Let's go on to number 13. Number 13, Barcelona, Spain. Company is Golden Pop, and it's the Catacombs.
That's
coming
right.
Coming in at number 13.
Yes. So this is what I want to say something about because when we publish the rest of the site, you're going to go in there and you'll be able to see a little bit more detail in the phase 2 results, and you'll notice that this particular room only had 2 people that played it on our list. And you might wonder, what the hell is a room with only 2 people doing in the top 20? And that's a pretty good question. Now, part of the design of this was that I wanted to give people power by having people that we trust in this project. I wanted people to have sufficient power that if they'd played a lot of rooms and they say this room is better than all these other rooms, that we should really weigh that pretty heavily. And so this is an example of a room that on every list it appeared, it was the number 1 room. And so based on that, I feel like, if you look at the other rooms that it was compared to, based on that, it felt like the number said it belonged here, and I couldn't disagree with it. So this is one that we got to check out. So if you're in Barcelona, don't miss this one. It's the Catacumbas or Catacombs by Golden Pop.
And coming in at number 12, in the Netherlands again, from Nijmegen, the company is Project Escape, and the room is the Ram Raid, or I'm not going to pronounce its Netherlands name.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Ramcraft.
I don't know much about this one either, other than the fact that I saw that, pretty much everybody that had played it had it very high in their rankings, and it must be really good. So, um, happy to have it on here, and I hope to play it one
The
day.
Ram Raid at number 12. Yes. Okay. We're getting closer to the top 10, but here we are at number 11. This company should sound familiar to you. It's Skirlem in Hamburg, Germany, and it's Ghost Hunter Ernie Hudson and the Zoo of Death. The names are amazing at this company, I have to say that. And it's really interesting because they describe the Ghost Hunter series as radio dramas, so cross escape room. So that's really exciting.
Yeah, I can speak to that a little bit. So these Ghost Hunter Ernie Hudson games. First of all, Ernie Hudson is one of the Ghostbusters. If no one knew that. But these radio plays, basically, there's an announcer that kind of announces things in third person as you go through, as what you're doing and what needs to happen and stuff like that. Very unique and very interesting. The Ghost Hunter Ernie Hudson and the Zoo of Death has some really cool moments in it that I don't want to spoil, but it's definitely an awesome room, worthy of top 20 for sure. And if you go to Skirlem, don't miss it. And it turns out it's not even the best room there. Spoiler.
Is that a spoiler? That's a little bit of a spoiler.
All right. Let's do top 10.
Okay, come. Top 10. We're finally here at the top 10. Super exciting. So coming in at number 10, this is great. They have a great poster as well. It's from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I probably butchered that name.
That's good.
It's from the 6 Minute Escape Company. It's Frankenstein: The Awakening.
Yes. So I was lucky enough to play this when we were in Nashville for the last Room Escape conference, and it was not completely open yet. And we fortunately we kind of went there and sort of semi-convinced the owners to let us play it before it was fully open. And we didn't really know what to expect, but man, it was amazing. It completely blew us away. And evidenced by how it ended up on these rankings, like let's see how many. There were 4 people that played this one, and those 4 people ranked it high enough for it to get up to this 10th spot, and it's well deserving. It's got some amazing moments in it. It's the only Frankenstein room that I have played, and I haven't even really heard of any other one. So I think that's kind of an interesting thing too. So check it out. It's really cool.
Coming in at number 9, we do apologize. You won't really be able to play this one, so that might give it away. It's Lance of Longinus, Time Run, London, UK, coming in at number 9.
Yeah, this room was amazing. I'm really sad that it's not up anymore, but it was one of the most amazing rooms I've ever played. Their whole venue is just completely immersive in the time travel space from start to finish. And I really hope that these games come back at some point, because it's a real shame that they're not around now.
I remember when we were all discussing back in the day, like a year ago, like talking about the best rooms people should try, and Time Run was the room the company everybody talked about. And then I heard they were closing down, and I thought, well, I'm never going to be doing that room again. However, the great thing is there's so many great rooms out there. So let's go on to number 8. Do believe we are at number 8 for best room in the world, and it is Amsterdam, Netherlands. It's Sherlock, their room, The Vault. The Vault coming in at number 8.
That's right. So unfortunately, I haven't played this room, so I can't speak too much of it. But those who played it all ranked it very highly on their lists, and it got up to number 8 in the rankings, and definitely on my short list of rooms to play.
Manpans, she didn't spoil it for me, but everybody always tells me the beginning of how the vault is and just the amount of immersion that happens with the vault, and it sounds astounding. So one day I'll make it over there. Okay, we're on to number 7. And this is a little bit of spoiler. This is a room I've done. I'm so excited. I've done some of these rooms. And it's from Los Angeles, California. It's Hatch Escape's Lab Rat. Lab Rat from Hatch Escape.
Yes.
Coming in at number 7.
Yes, Lab Rat is an awesome game. It is, well, I don't know if I should even give away too much about it. Yeah, it's in the description, so I will. So in Lab Rat, the rats are doing experiments on you. So it's kind of a twist on the Lab Rat, the sort of Lab Rat theme. And it is just an amazing set with some really cool puzzles, and it just really comes alive when you're in there. It really feels like you're a human in a rat's cage, if you will. Yeah, really awesome room. Check it out.
I like how there are so many angry faces. Nobody seems to like any of the results.
What?
Or maybe Manpans is worrying. No, I'm kidding. Let's go on to number 6. We're getting to the top 6 now, escape rooms. And we have The Lost Treasure of Alexander Humboldt, which is in Berlin, Germany. The Room. The company is The Room, and the room itself is The Lost Treasure of Alexander Humboldt, coming in at number 6.
Yes. So again, one I haven't played, but it had a ton of people that have played it, and they all voted for it very highly. And this is one I can't wait to try.
And this is another room, that also has cool posters. I can really only talk about posters because that's all I know. Oh well. There we go. Now, we're coming in at number 4. We're getting close to the end here, so this is exciting. And maybe you guys can somehow guess what number 1 is. But at number 4, we have, in Amsterdam, from the Netherlands, Logic Locks, the Amsterdam Catacombs.
Yes. Oh, this one, just based on how people rated it in their rankings, is one that is a don't miss, and I can't wait to try it. It's a 90-minute experience. It sounds very immersive. I would love to play one day. And it sounds like Amanda's played it.
Also in the comments. Yeah, Amanda has played it. She's also told me about all sorts of fun things, but not spoilers. So she's not telling me spoilers. And it seems a lot of people are enjoying the results. I know a lot of people are enjoying the representation from across the world here. So this is great. So in case anybody's watching thinking everybody's angry, no, I don't think everybody's angry. I would hope not. Okay, so top 3. We are at the top 3 escape rooms in the world. This is exciting here. And so this, I know, is a favorite, coming in at number 3, one I personally want to check out because I heard so much about it. And it is Houston, Texas, USA, Strange Bird Immersive, The Man from Beyond, in number 3.
I absolutely love this room. When I did my own votings, this was actually my number 1. It is sort of part immersive theater, part escape room, and among the best of both. And so it was just super awesome. And I'm really glad to see that it's at number 3. They're going to be opening. They're actually moving their space right now, but this will be reopening, and they'll be opening another room soon, and it'll be a room that I can't wait to play. They also publish a blog that talks about immersive theater and escape rooms, and has a lot of great stuff in it.
It's a great blog.
Yeah,
it's a great blog.
Yep. So.
Oh yeah, and it's opening up again soon.
That's right.
So if you go to their website, you may see that they're temporarily closed, but they will open up again soon. So check it out. Now, I'm going to do something different because now we are at the top 2. And everybody in the Slack room actually pegged it between these 2 companies. So I'm going to tell you what those 2 companies are, but I won't tell you which one's first yet, just to increase the excitement a little bit more. I'm a jerk. So anyway, so the top 2 companies, one's from Skirlum and the other one is from Baton Rouge. That's right. The top 2 rooms, one is Ghost Hunter Ernie and the Wailing Woman, and the second one is Cutthroat Cavern. One of them is number one. And I know a lot of people actually pegged it for these two rooms and were really guessing which one it would be. And so there's a drum roll, and I know I'm like teasing this out a little bit more because I'm a big jerk, but that's okay. So coming in at number two, it's Cutthroat Cavern, 13th Gate Escape, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, leaving Ghost Hunter Ernie Hudson and the Wailing Woman as number one, the number one escape room in the world. Wow. So let's have your opinions on both of those there, Rich.
I have had the great fortune to have played both of these rooms, and they are both amazing and worthy of these top two spots. Cutthroat Cavern is just an absolutely larger-than-life, amazingly immersive set. It's got multiple just jaw-dropping, surprising moments, some really fun, memorable things. Like, if you play this room, you will not think of any other rooms that can compare until maybe you check out Ghost Hunter Ernie Hudson and the Wailing Woman, which also has amazing sets, and it has this radio. It has the radio call as you're going through, and it also has some just jaw-dropping moments that you do not see coming that are just, stick with you forever. So both of these rooms are super great. I could see them have gone in either order, but Ghost Hunter Ernie Hudson and the Wailing Woman was the one that prevailed. And congratulations to both companies for just having awesome rooms that everybody should play if they ever have the opportunity. And that's it.
And in fact, congratulations to all the companies on this list and all the rooms on this list, because they look astounding. At least the posters look amazing. I was really impressed by the posters and some of the websites. So this is a great list for those enthusiasts that are out there. And this list is by enthusiasts or enthusiasts. For those of you that are looking for places to go, escape rooms to check out, we finally have a list for all of you and myself to see which rooms to do, the top best rooms in the world. And it's been amazing. And we have to thank, once you go to our site, and it's topescaperoomsproject.com. If you're watching this on Facebook Live, you will find our website on there. And you'll also find near the bottom all the contributors. So just in case some of you are watching and think to yourself, why would we believe you guys? It's not us. We voted, but I'm like at a piddly 240 for rooms. I'm not up in the 500 plus range. And so I don't think my vote counted regardless. But there are so many people that help contribute to this. And so I want to thank all of you who are watching that did vote in this. Thank you so much for giving us your opinions and helping make this project come to life. And I also want to thank Rich, because he's the main driver of this, and he did all the math. It looked like really hard math, and he kept working at the math. So that's amazing as well. Thank you very much, Rich Bragg. It's been amazing. And thank you for joining us, everyone.
And thank you, Errol, for helping build a beautiful website and get all this going and bring people into the project and host the show and all the other stuff that you did to make things great. And I can also say that if you go to topescaperoomsproject.com right now, I have updated the website, and all the detailed results in all their glory are now present. So you can go ahead and
there I can check. Oh, yeah. Here it is! Woohoo! There they are. Yeah. Look, and there you can scroll through the methodology. Look, it's just pages of methodology. That's amazing. And we've also included in there, if you're not there right now, all the rooms that were nominated, all the companies that were nominated, in case you want to take a look and see what people nominated. However, not that this is the top 200 best rooms, just to let you know, because there are a lot of rooms that are in there. I would say that if you want to take a look at the top 20 and the top 10, those are the ones that you can trust.
Yeah.
Yay for math. You guys are amazing. Any final words?
I think that's about it. I mean, I am super grateful for getting all the people involved that we got involved. pretty much, before we started this, I made a wish list of like all the people that I would want to participate in this project if I could just pick everybody, and every single one of them actually came in and voted for rooms, and then a bunch more that I didn't even know about. And so this turned out better than I thought, and I'm really happy with the list. I feel like the results are solid. I feel like the rooms and the companies that won are reflective of, the best in the world from what I've played a little bit over half of both, and I feel like that these are the right choices from what I've seen. So
So it's great. And the cool thing is, Room Escape artists, David and Lisa Spira, have just released their companion post about the Top Room Escape project, Top Escape Room project. I'm already messing it up. Enthusiast Choice Awards. They have linked to any of their reviews that they have and their thoughts on it as well. So in case you want to read more about it, by all means, go ahead and check out roomescapeartist.com. And I will do in our final goodbye, I'll introduce Rich again. Rich Bragg. He was one of the world record setters of most escape rooms done in 24 hours. This is a Guinness Book of World Record, people. He and his friends, and we have a podcast about that, set that record. And you can also find him on cluekeeper.com. He is the developer and owner of cluekeeper.com for those of you that like puzzle hunts and want to run your own puzzle hunts with an app. That is our friend Rich Bragg, who also spearheaded this. Oh, good. Oh, and my name's Errol. I'm part of a podcast of escape rooms called roomescapedivas.com. Thank you so much for joining us. And I guess we'll say good night and congratulations to all the rooms. Bye-bye.